Hey there, can you believe we're only 6 weeks away from the start of the Masters? Winter is flying by. However, just because we're only 6 weeks from the Masters doesn't mean we're really 6 weeks away from good golf weather. So you still have time to work on your game, your fitness, short game, the mental approach to how you're doing things. That's kind of what I want to touch on this month. I really feel like there's 5 key components, maybe 6, to becoming a great player. All too often I'm hearing of individuals just taking full swing lesson after full swing lesson. That's fine because a lot of us need some help in developing, getting the club on the right plane or making sure our lower body's working like it should. However, you and I both know if you're going to lower your handicap, there is a huge component to the putting, short game, the mental approach, the physical component, sleep, hydration, recovery, all those things that go into it. So, 5 or 6 key components. You have equipment and fitting. You have the instruction side, which includes full swing, short game, putting. You have the mental approach. You have the sleep and recovery component, which could be going into the deep tissue massage, using lacrosse balls, softballs for recovery, that kind of stuff, hot tub, whirlpool. And then you also have the nutrition, hydration, what you're actually putting in your body. You have that component. So that's 5 big things. Not to mention what I think is the 6th, the big one, which is the fitness component. What are you doing for your mobility, your flexibility to get stronger? Everybody says, I want to hit the ball farther, I want to pick up club head speed, but they're not actually doing things with their body to get strong enough to support actually picking up new club head speed. You've seen me tout the super speed sticks on here, and you've seen me talk about other ways to develop speed. You've got to get stronger if you're going to do that. It's not one of those things where you can just use the super speed sticks and all of a sudden it just happens. Well, you're asking for an injury because you haven't strengthened your body to be able to develop, number 1, rotational speed, and number 2, the demands of decelerating that rotational speed. So, fitting and equipment, instruction, including short game and putting, nutrition, hydration, recovery, all those things, fitness component, and then the mental component. Those are huge aspects. So, like I said, we still have 6 weeks, 7 weeks before we get to some actual probably golf weather where we can sustain 40s, 50s, maybe even getting up in the 60 degrees. So take this time, use it. Don't just sit around and wait for the golf season to come around and think that, I'll hit balls and I'll just get back into it. I'm going to go to the dome here and there. Good luck. If you want to get better, you got to work on stuff starting today. Let's get going. If you're on my newsletter and we have not connected, either for a physical assessment or giving you things to be doing at your gym, at your house, and you need mobility, flexibility, you need core strength, you need strong legs, strong glutes, you want to develop club head speed, where do I start? How do I put this together? Should I be doing cardio? If you want some nutrition help, my wife's a dietitian. If you want some help on the mental approach to the game, one of the ladies I train works on that. I can connect you with her. There's a lot of ways that you can improve your game. Full swing lesson after full swing lesson might not be the best way to do it. Take that into consideration. If you're a swing coach or a high school golf coach on this newsletter, get out of your comfort zone when you're working with your players. It's one thing, like I said, to do full swing lesson after full swing lesson if that's what somebody needs and they're trying to change their swing or improve their swing. But if you're going to make them a better player, dropping their handicap, having them love the game because they're shooting better scores in the long run, maybe you should get out of your comfort zone and start working on short game, putting, and if that's not something you're versed in, do some continuing education. Look at what the best players, James Siekman, James Ridyard, some other guys in the area, Pat Goss, that are doing with short game work. Check into it. Putting, check into some guys that are working on putting. Stan Utley, it's one name that comes to mind. There's some other guys and gals that work on this. On the mental side, like I said, one of the ladies I work with here has some help, the stuff that can help you out. Check into that for your player, okay? Again, let's work on those things as we head into spring. If you have questions, let me know, all right?